Um, that time, um, heroes, heroines, ladies, gentlemen, villains, villainesses. The man, the myth, the legend, Stan Lee, has gone to join the Watchers and the Warriors of Valhalla. Um, it is it's really tough for me to kind of really say this because he's an icon. My thoughts on it were uh, pretty big because comics have noticed have a huge impact on my life. Um, not so much life, but just keep me sane. More often than not. He didn't really exactly leave his mark on history. He more like French kissed it, kind of like Freddie Mercury and David Bowie and Michael Jackson before him. Um, he affected everybody, whether you're uh, um, a comics nerd or not, whether you're an anime nerd or not, whether you're a nerd or not. Something about him or his work touched your life. He's a force of nature, and it just I have a whole script for it, but I'm not even going to do it. As a force of nature, it was just a guy that affected multiple generations, and my generations, especially. It was felt in a lot of other realms, not just Marvel, not just DC, but also Disney and politics and modern cartoons, Warner Brothers, FIFA, Coke. I mean, name a brand. They're all. I mean, name a brand or anything. They do something superhero related, or have some kind of partnership, or take the tropes and lessons that were learned. Um, and it was affected by them directly or indirectly. It's a yeah, huge, 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 huge undertaking. And cool thing about it is, um, it taught us all a lesson. The to me it was a really big lesson that sometimes it's not the life you live, it's the legacy you leave. And the life you live is awesome. The legacy you leave will also be awesome. And Stanley was that guy. He left a huge legacy. I wanted to go. There's so much footage that I had to edit out of this. This is basically just one take right now, but the um, best part about to say about it is this is a you know Stan's passing is it's a mark on history. It is a date that will live on forever. I'm sure comic people everywhere are gonna remember it. It's in our hearts and minds and the like. I remember my first comic ever wasn't even a Marvel comic. It was Sonic the Hedgehog #8, way, 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 way back in the '90s. But it was, but it's because of Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, and the like that all these exist. So, those guys will always, always leave their mark. Leave their mark. Um, I wanted to bring this into lessons animation or comics taught me later, but I want to try to keep it as important as possible. And it's really gonna suck, and but life moves on, and the words that were woven by Jack Kirby, by Stanley, especially into the hearts and minds of heroes, are in ours as well. And they're indelible, and they will always, always live on. And it's kind of cool because it doesn't we found out that those lessons and everything are colorblind, and not just colorblind, but culture blind, and they are kind of cool. I'm sure probably hear a little anime in the background, but it doesn't matter. But I was a bookworm growing up, so I didn't really exactly fit in. But once again, but it was kind of cool being able to be part of that world, and he's brought all of us into the world with him, and to the world with him, regardless of how deep you want to go. You can relate. Excuse me, in some way, shape, or fashion. Um, hey, and it's not just there; it's also in music too. I mean, think of all the music that's been affected. We have, the '60s Iron Man, Spider Man. We have, you know, heck, Iron Man was remade, and we have all of that because because of just one little drop of a person on history. The ripple effect is huge, huge, huge. I mean, it's not one little drop of a person, but you know, um, those are my thoughts on it. Definitely tell me what you think, and you know, it, it's kind of cool being the nerd that I am, and I'm being able to be a nerd because it bred a just those few people, this one person seeing in this case, bred a gigantic fan base that will live on forever. Heck, I even have pops and crap up here in the corner, and '91 was a great year for me and the world, and so were the '60s and '70s and all the characters, um, and the cameo. That'll the movie that's gonna get the last cameo. I don't know which one it is. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna suck walking into that theater that day. And I'm someone who who looks forward to those. Um, Anyway, so I'm trying to see if I can get to a lessons animation taught us video. I was watching movies with Mikey. It was kind of cool going with that, and also Cinema Wins. Also, I'm gonna try to see if I can do my own of that. If I can edit that down at some point. Um, but yeah, it's gonna suck, and I'm gonna have a period where I'm gonna be inconsolable. Then I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna keep doing reading comics and do all the things I do, all the video game stuff I do. But it's a day. It'll go on. History will go on. Good thing is um, it looks like Sam was as big of a fan of us as we were of him, and it's kind of cool. But anyways, I will see you guys later. I got some adult stuff to do. Peace. Love Chicken Grease.